Alright, okay. What's good? What's happening? Welcome back to the convenience store podcast. I almost said the official podcast, so that's how you know we're really grinding on this one. Uh this is an episode, an installment of it, like
It's
number
true.
4 or something.
No, 6, I
Is
think, at this point.
oh
Yeah, this is
damn,
6.
okay. Uh I'm Griffen and it's Daniel and Devin
That's true.
and
We're
so
sorry.
basically, yeah, the main point of this video, guys, it's been really it's been a lot going on, and it's really hard for me to make this video. I hope that you watch through and can come to an understanding, We feel deep regret and remorse for not releasing more episodes, but there's really no way to change that at this point. So fuck it.
I've made a severe, repeated mistake.
No, I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
A continuous lapse in judgment. And on behalf of all of my fellow members of this
Committee.
this committee, this project, this passion, this dream, we've been gone for so long, and I feel like we really just abandoned the fans, and that's not what I wanted to do. We tried to record multiple times, but it didn't work out, and I hope that you will understand and forgive and accept us back into your arms as
Yes.
fans.
Too many times this has happened. We've gone almost multiple months without recording. I don't know if that's true, but
We did. We went like
Almost
5 months or something.
1 month.
The first episode, we didn't even upload it until like January.
oh yeah, that's true. Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Was it January?
Recorded it in like late August.
Yo, let me actually check this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
We were
That's the
talking
beauty
about,
of modern technology.
Mid-January.
KFC Double Down
I don't think. Do we still have ads?
2 months ago. I don't think we ever did, but it was like at the end of December.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're sorry, and
Yeah. Yeah, this was all part of the apology. We've been apologizing for like 10 minutes now, so you kind of got to forgive us.
you have
How are
to,
you
or
not
else,
gonna forgive
or
us?
else you're the one that has to apologize for not forgiving us for our apology.
Yeah, forgive us,
Yeah.
you bitch.
Alright, so what should we get out of the way first? We got Oscars, the Pop Smoke, what was the thing I said?
Said something about
the weird Australian kid that like isn't
yeah.
a kid, but
and I have no clue what that is about.
so okay, I'm gonna just get off
Yeah, just start
with
with
that. So basically, it's like what I saw. It looked really sad. Actually, it was this kid that do you know the like that disease that little people
He has
have?
dwarfism, yeah.
Yeah, and so it looked like he seriously looked like a kid, and it said all these articles were going around like this 9-year-old was getting bullied in school and stuff, and it was really sad, but that was the whole like backstory to it. And then people started like a GoFundMe for him to visit Disneyland or Disney World, which is sweet. And then they
Yeah.
raised like $300,000, and then I guess now where that continues is apparently he's like 19.
Yeah, he's 18, and like, I think that's like, there was like a post on his Instagram of him with a bunch of like obviously upper like classmen, high school kids
Hmm.
in all of his pictures, and he's like throwing up the middle finger, and he's wearing Gucci and stuff,
Yeah,
and like
exactly. I
flexing
saw
money, and then
like I
yeah,
wasn't totally sure if it was him, but it looked a lot like him. It was a little person, and it looked exactly like him. And he literally, there were several different posts, like multiple, where he's got like Gucci stuff on, and he's just like flexing. He's literally holding out dollar bills and like the weird, like flex thing where you hold a bunch in your hand.
Yeah.
yeah, and then there was like a post where he's standing in front of like a glowing 18, and uh actually, after this topic, I have another one that kind of segues from this. But anyway,
Like,
he's standing in front of like a glowing 18 with a bunch of his friends, and the caption is edited, and it says "Happy birthday to Mama," like MA space MAH. And it's edited like 2 weeks ago or something. I think he changed the caption on his like 18th birthday post to uh I don't know, some that's like not happy birthday to me.
yeah, and so is he insinuating he's 9 and his mom is 8.
What?
Yeah, I
Wait.
think he's trying to
Oh,
spin that. I think he's trying to spin that
wait,
because it's the only thing that is
bro.
like
It's literally popping up on my Twitter. My Twitter recommended right now.
Yeah, because it's very trendy, so we got that trendy topic right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we like start posting this on Twitter?
he's 18 is the top trend. Quaden
Alright.
gets bullied. Social media rallies to his rescue. He's Wait, apparently he's 9 again? Okay, this tweet this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean anything, but the tweet is, let me sum this up. Quaden Bayles is 9, gets bullied. Social media rallies to his rescue. Social media believes he's faking it. Uh, social media bullies Quaden. They find out he's 9. Uh, uh, and social media, and then it's "fuck them kids" meme. But I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure he's a scammer.
He doesn't look like a 9-year-old to me.
He was on the news 4 years ago.
When he
I
was
okay. I think
supposedly 5.
yeah. I think, and then his 8th birthday was on his mom's Instagram. So I think there's some other kid that looks like him that everyone thinks is him. So he is 9, but there's someone who looks exactly like him who everyone is saying is him.
I'm so confused.
This could be anything at this point, but it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, and there's a story from 2016 about him being 5. So there's just some random guy with dwarfism who and the GoFundMe page isn't his either. So I'm so confused, bro.
Yeah, that's really weird. And then I don't know, to be honest, assuming that there's a refund somehow, I would prefer if it was just fake, because that would be really sad if this kid was getting bullied and then all this money was raised for him and then everyone's like, "You're not a kid." And he is a kid, but there's some dude who looks identical to him. Like, that would really suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
So I'm just
know,
looking
man. I
into
think it's just
this.
a different person who looks like him. It's really
Okay.
Yeah, this is so weird.
So so it's like saying one of these posts is like, just so you know, he scammed everybody. He's 18 and has plenty of money, and yeah, everybody fell for it. Now, if I'm wrong, please source your link and explain why to me. He's an Instagram celeb, Quay Doss, which is it says his name, but no, it doesn't. It says Quaden. Maybe that's just. I don't know.
I
It's
Well,
think
it's
I
it's a
mean,
different
Quaden.
person because his mom's Instagram lights up, but Quaden Lad. I don't think this is him.
Well, he has a
well,
picture.
I don't know. I mean, it's totally just assumptions at this point, but I feel like the fact that if he has if there's Quaden in the name of the account that is an adult, then that's like kind of not good for the him being a kid case because like
Yeah.
what are the chances there's a an adult with dwarfism and a kid with dwarfism who look extremely similar and have the same name? Because it's not like his name is John or something. It's
Yeah,
Quaden.
I'm just looking through his Instagram. I don't think it is. Uh,
This is really weird to me.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
just
think it is
bizarre.
another person now because I'm looking at his Instagram.
It seems like it may be a kid with
Wait,
dwarfism.
but his sister is a mom.
What?
So he has a post on his Instagram, and the caption is "Uncle got you," and then he tags this kid's Instagram. Okay, this family is extremely rich, and everyone in it has an Instagram. So, uh, this kid he posts a photo. This kid and or adult posts a photo on September 29th, 2019, and the caption is "Uncle got you," and he's holding a baby. The account tagged in it is Waraya Gayu, daughter to Lil Baller on Instagram, and granddaughter to Yaraka Bales. So
Sister.
Lil Baller is Quaidos's
What is
Lil
sister.
going
Baller.
on?
Lil
What is going
Baller
on?
is Quaidos's. Okay, Lil Baller is Lily Bales and sister to Quados. So this kid is his Instagram is Quados,
His
and
Insta
his
his
sister, because his sister is Lily Bales,
yeah.
and she tags him in his bio. Uh, so his sister has a child,
And
which
it's
makes me think he's not a little kid. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. And then
All the captions on his
granddaughter to Uraka Bales.
all the captions are like not something a child would type.
Well, I mean, we know that this Instagram account is definitely an adult.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to prove
Yeah.
that.
I think
What the
his
question is if
Instagram
it
account
really is
is
the same
run by an
person.
adult, and that's what makes him look like he's not a child.
Yeah.
But I think he's a kid because there's so many articles from like years ago back to at least when he was 3. So I don't think. I mean, his mom is super rich, but I don't think she paid those people.
Yeah. I don't even know. It's really just sort of up for debate, I guess.
I don't know. I think people are just bullying a little kid now.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't
What we need is either I mean, obviously what we need is some sort of confirmation to just know, but I feel like if I feel like assuming the kid is actually a kid and then this whole situation is really depressing, we need like a picture of the two next to each other or something, and then it just says like, please leave this innocent child alone, he's already bullied.
yeah, okay, on this thing. On Uraka Bales Instagram, there's a thing where it's stand tall for dwarfism. Hold on. I can't tell what this means. This is so confusing to me.
Yeah, this is so weird. This is just a total rabbit hole until there's some type of like confirmation of something.
Well, I feel like literally half a decade old articles about his story kind of prove it more than Instagram posts when it
Yeah.
could easily be an Instagram run by an adult. And I think the fact that his his sister's has a child is sketchy, but I mean, I also think the fact that his sister's child's kid, who is an infant, has an Instagram kind of proves that like what is posted on his Instagram doesn't really mean anything about him.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, yeah, the articles definitely are a big backer, but then we need to like look, because that instantly, I feel like, hurts the kid's case more than anything if an article from 5 years ago says he's 13. Like, that's sort of instant. Like, nope,
What?
never
It doesn't
mind.
say he's 13. It says he was 5 4 years ago.
All right, so yeah, then it matches up.
I'm confused.
I don't know where you got the 13 from.
Well, no, I just took that out randomly because, like, if an article's 5 years old and it says he's 13, then it would be the 18-year-old now. But I just, like, randomly threw that out there, just saying, like, if it did say something other than, something that matched up with him being 9 now, then that would sort of
Snopes
throw
did
everything
a
out.
fact check, and they say it's false that he's 18. So he is 9 according to Snopes, and I kind of trust Snopes.
Yeah, all right. I guess
Yeah.
that's as far as the topic really goes, unless we want to just comment on it and say, I feel bad for the kid, assuming it's a kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusing parts to this, and I mean the
Yeah.
the whole thing with the internet it's kind of confusing in general.
But yeah, I
Well,
guess
yeah.
for the point of conversation, at least personally, either the two opinions I have, like, depending on the situation, if it is actually a kid, then that's really terrible, and I feel even more bad for him after all this going down. And if it is actually an adult, he already has money, so this dude really just sucks.
Yeah, I think if he is an adult, which I don't really believe,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just like if you just, it's weird to me that that's circulated because if you just like the 18 thing on his Instagram is kind of sketchy, and like I thought he was probably an adult, literally just from like seeing videos where they show the evidence. But then like
Mm-hmm.
if I just took like 10 minutes to look through his Instagram and his family's Instagram, and there's really like not evidence that he's 18. So if he is 18, I mean, I guess that's all there is to it because the GoFundMe wasn't for him, so he didn't get money off of it. And if he's pretending to be a little kid for internet clout, I guess it doesn't really matter how mean people are to him.
This
Yeah.
is this is a weird thing.
And
Hold
then
on. I'm on.
I'm what?
Hold on. I just want to say something really quick. Uraka Bales on her Instagram. She has like the same pictures. The same. There's a picture that's off Quaden Bayles' Instagram. It's the same picture 3 times, and each one has a different caption. Well, actually, no. 2 of them have the same, like, Preston Campbell Foundation at at mentioned, and then one of them just doesn't have a caption. I don't know.
His mom owns a business or something.
Yeah, but I don't know what this is. Hold on, let me look into Preston Campbell. I don't know what this is.
Well, anyway,
Keep talking, yeah.
and then if he isn't 18, I feel like it sucks, but I think it kind of sucks for the parents because if he
Yeah,
is a
that's true.
9-year-old kid, there's definitely an adult controlling his Instagram, and I think I think like he probably doesn't even see it. Like, to be honest, I think his if he's got someone controlling his Instagram, they probably just wouldn't show him the negativity he's receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't think
that's
he's
true.
on Twitter, which is where most of it is. Like his Instagram comments are mostly just confused. All like the
Hmm.
hateful stuff is on Twitter. So I don't think he really is seeing any of it. But I do think it sucks that someone made a GoFundMe of it and made money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of confusing parts to this, and I think the overall takeaway is it's a bad situation in general.
Yeah, this is just really, really weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Second topic that I thought of. Okay.
Yeah.
Why the fuck, other than in like one documentary about the native, like I don't know, not native, but like some tribal people, like the Tongans. I don't even know if that's in Australia, but why the
Hmm.
fuck is everyone in Australia like a rich white person? I don't understand, man. I have never seen. I mean, I'm sure technically there has to be poverty in Australia, but I've never like seen evidence via the internet of a Australian who's not at least upper middle class.
Yeah,
Like
that's
all
Well,
the Australian YouTubers were born into rich families, and like, I mean, that's not a good representation. They're YouTubers, so it makes sense. But like, I've just never that it's never circulated, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
No, I kind of feel you.
there are indigenous peoples in
okay,
like Australia. Like there's a,
Like you said.
but there's a there. I haven't heard much about this, but I have heard that there's like a good amount of racism in
yeah, yeah.
Australia, and
Well,
so
I know, like there's, uh, I know that like there's, I don't, I just didn't know if they were native because I don't know much about them. But there's like
Hmm.
a non-white population that isn't like doing too hot, I think.
yeah,
And but like other than that, I've only seen basically white people who are pretty well off, and it just like how did all these like I, I mean obviously this would all probably make sense to me pretty easily if I had took like 20 minutes studying, you know, Australia and its development. But how did like the criminal country that's made up of a bunch of like criminals from
Yeah, yeah.
the UK or whatever end up so rich?
I do feel you on that because I was gonna say, like, even the original sort of idea aside, like if there's hella poor people and a huge middle class and stuff, it's sort of bizarre to think Britain literally sent all their prisoners there, and it's like a wealthy country now. Like I don't understand where that. I mean, again, like you said, I could probably get a history lesson online in like 25 minutes on this, but just speaking on it, it is like pretty. I mean, impressive at the very least that they managed to become so stabilized.
Okay. Yeah, it's just it's weird. And I looked something up. It says the economy of Australia is a highly developed market economy with the largest uh in 2018 Australia became the country with the uh largest median wealth per adult. So I think that's in the world. Uh so like that would mean like the individuals and not just the country are rich.
Yeah.
And then I looked up uh like why it had so much economic stability, and then apparently it has the economic model of a developing country, but it's like not a developing country. So I guess they just have a bunch of minerals and stuff and tourism. So that's how they make a bunch of money, I guess.
Yeah. It's just weird to think of like how that took off because if just hypothetically, if I was to tell you there's a new giant mass of land that there's just indigenous people on and it's rich in minerals and stuff, and I'm planning on populating it with just prisoners. They're just sent there helplessly. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't think then hundreds of years later they would be taking advantage of the resources and making money and then building an economy.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
that
It's
yeah,
just
that's
it's
really kind of a puzzle to think about.
and then like even in like movies and stuff, I've only seen Australians represented as rich. Maybe like I don't know, houses or something are cheaper for like big houses or something, but I don't know. Cuz I suppose probably things would be more expensive in the US cuz it's bigger and has a higher
Hmm.
population. Like well, not cuz like because it has a higher population. Uh not cuz it's bigger. That would be inverse, but yeah. Population of US. So yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe like I don't know, because even in movies, I've only seen like nice Australian houses.
Hmm.
Like I've never. I mean, I've seen like like I said in the documentary that I saw once like 5 years ago. I've seen like some like huts in the outback or something like that. But as far as white people go, per capita Australia. Hold on. Okay, so Australia has 362.63 square kilometers per 1,000 people, and the U.S. Has 30.16 square kilometers per 1,000 people. But so that would, uh, in theory, make land like cheaper and stuff,
Hmm.
like property. So that would explain like big houses. But then again, like there's a huge chunk of Australia that's just not inhabited. So
Yeah,
that doesn't
yeah.
really make sense, actually. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, obviously, I haven't done enough. I haven't really done any deep looking into
Yeah,
Australia's
yeah.
economy and real estate, but it's just kind of weird, you know. I think Australia is like actually a fascist regime that just, they only let people make it seem like a paradise. I've really never seen like a undesirable representation of Australia. Even the
That's
U.S.
true though.
Even the U. I mean, obviously the U.S. has a ton of problems, but like
Mhm.
I don't know. Uh, like the U.S. has tons of negative representation. Almost every country except for like homogeneous, or I probably pronounced that wrong, homogeneous populations and like small Nordic countries
Mhm.
have negative representations, and those don't because it's all a bunch of happy white people with healthcare. So there's not like much room for conflict. But Australia, I feel like, is a little bit more. I don't know the word for it, but like
Yeah.
it could cause more strife. I don't know. It just seems a little bit more complex than those Nordic countries. Maybe it's not. It is kind of small.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But
I don't know, man.
yeah, I actually am an expert on Australia's history of economic development. You can tell by how I stumbled through that sentence that I really know what I'm talking about.
Of course, of course.
I am a major in Australian economic developmental history.
Yes, and Australian demographic.
Yeah, that's what I'm an
Devin,
expert
I
in.
know you have a major in Australia uh, at Oxford, and then you're just like, fuck it, I'm making a fake personality, and I'm getting a major at in Australianism at
Australianism.
also Harvard and Yale and every big school in the globe, and you went back in time to the age of Mansa Musa and traveled to Africa by goat to to learn about Australia, which I don't even know if anyone knew what Australia was at that point. From the greatest university in the world in Africa, um, and then you almost were beheaded because you tried to have sex with Mansa Musa's cousins, daughters, brothers, uh, uncle's wife.
Bro, what
And
is
you
going
had to
on
leave.
right now?
What?
We got such a weird episode today. We started off so strong with the uh,
Hold on.
whole
Stop
dwarfism
interrupting me, dude.
situation, and now it's just so weird.
No, I'm trying to explain. So, and after leaving Africa, you traveled back forward in time to today to record this episode. Devin, we need you here. Get back from the past. And then you're here now with the greatest understanding of Australia ever held by any human. So, explain why Australia is so successful.
Is Devin even here?
Did you leave, bro?
Did you leave?
Well, he would say no, and then I'll be like, but he did leave. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo. So our host just went out on us. What a beta.
Is he literally gone?
Yeah,
Hold up. He's still in the call.
yeah. I'm gonna call him. We really wanted to learn about Australia. I'm calling him. All right. Well, I guess no more Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
Got him back.
Dude,
You never announced you left. We were so confused.
I made this long speech
Can y'all hear
introducing
me?
you to speak about Australia.
What is
And
going
you
on?
left. I'm trying to talk to you. Shut
Yeah,
up,
you're
kid.
talking over.
I spent like 5 minutes going through this convoluted story about how you became
Okay.
the greatest knowledge of Australia and its economy and everything about Australia. ever to exist. And then I was like, Devin, tell us about Australia, and you were not there.
Okay, well, I said in the general chat, I said, hold up, I need to talk to
I
my
am
page.
not looking at the general chat.
Well,
Tim.
that's your fault, isn't it?
No.
Because I put the Crag join in the music command. So anyway, tell us about Australia and why it is like how it is today.
Well, probably the fact that white.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would I know?
Are you really gonna make me go through the story again?
Sure.
Please don't. No, I feel like no one would want to listen.
Well, I do because I don't know.
Okay, so basically he said
Here,
you
I'll
like
sum it up. I'll
went
sum it up.
back. Yeah,
Devin, you went to Oxford to study Australia, and then you created several fake personalities to study Australia at different Ivy League schools, and then you went back in time to the time of Mansa Musa to travel to Africa to learn about Australia from the greatest school at the time in Africa. But you were kicked out because Mansa Musa's something's uncle's wife you tried to have sex with. And so after leaving Africa, you came back to today to record this episode because we texted you. We were like, yo, come back from the past. We need you to record this episode. So
How did I have reception?
tell us about Australia.
Okay, so they were like, they were like, give me money to Britain, and the Britain was like, no, because you're criminal, and criminals don't get money, and so they were like, well, too bad, we're gonna be more criminal and steal money. So they stole money, and it's been a secret ever since.
So you're saying that Australia is funneling money from the British?
Yeah, they're criminals. Why wouldn't they?
they're just literally funneling in money.
Yeah, with the literal funnel. It's just a giant.
They
Money
have a
funnel.
funnel. They're just
They
sucking
took a
in
rubber
money.
tube and it's in the bank of
Britain.
The Bank of Australia
no,
connected to
it
the
goes
Bank
from
of
the
Britain.
bank. It's from the bank of Britain, and
The brink of Britain.
it's just
The
a
Bank
big
of Britain.
wide tube that is funneled. It goes through the tube, and then there's a funnel in because the money's too big for the Bank of Australia, so it's funneled in. The opening of the Bank of Australia is smaller than the dollar bill, so they have to funnel it in.
I love. There's just Britain just has a singular bank where all of the wealth is stored, and Australia has the same deal, but they don't have money. They just funnel it in from Britain. It's just miles, like thousands of miles of underground funnelage bring the money from the UK. Or I guess that doesn't work because Australia is part of the UK. From the British Isles all the way to Australia.
Yeah, that's about right.
Honestly.
I mean, to be honest, crazier things have happened.
You got it right. All right. Well, I think
mean,
that's enough of that topic. We've had enough Australia for the day.
no, I think there's definitely a lot to build off of that with that we definitely didn't stretch the conversation so far that we're talking about miles of ocean funneling,
I mean,
bringing
honestly,
money across
what if the
continents.
what if
At
it's
least hundreds of
what if it's the dolphins? You know?
That's why they're so nice. Because
Yeah.
they have to.
No, that's why they're so smart. They can get a good education.
But also, you would never suspect a dolphin of working with a criminal.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel
they're
like
so nice.
I feel like if
It's like a
dolphins
cover up.
had like
Massive government
human
cover up.
personalities and intelligence, it's like a human type brain function, that they would probably be really shifty. I don't know why, but like they come off as like dolphins are really sweet, but I feel like if they could make business transactions and stuff like that, they would be running a whole like underground deal.
They have shifty faces, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
y'all,
exactly.
y'all are being
Like,
really
I don't trust
racist
you.
right now.
What happened?
You're being really racist right now.
I am racist.
I'm-
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say
I'm gonna be honest. Got me kind of suspicious though.
that. Yeah, like shut up. Who told
Exactly.
you to talk? Hey, me and my
Dolphins.
gang, we on 3 things. We got 3 rules. Be kings, you know what I'm saying? Be sexist, you know what I'm saying? Be racist, you know what I'm saying? That's the vibes.
The vibes.
Walked in, belly drug crawling.
Thank you for that.
The song is so old, and it's not good. Like the walked in part is kind of nice, but then anything after that is just trash.
Samsung Galaxy Z phone or Z Fold or whatever was kind of trash. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
The Z folder.
No, Z Fold. Look it up. Look it up.
No, we don't have time.
Is
to
that a
listen.
trending topic?
It is actually a trending topic. Jack's Film just made a video. That's not even what it's called. No,
You
Samsung
idiot. You buffoon.
Fold. What is it called? Z Flip. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Z Flip, not Z Fold.
The Samsung Fold. That's what it's called.
Well, wasn't that this Galaxy Fold? Yeah, that was the thing, but it was bad, and it kind of bad.
So it's called
Fold
the
thing,
Flip
though, the
Z.
fold.
Z Flip.
Oh yeah, Z. I typed in Flip Z. I feel like a grandparent. What's this Flip Z?
fun?
What is this phone you speak of?
Very cool feature. You can
The
can
Flip Z telephone.
on YouTube videos. A really cool feature that the Z Flip has is it can comment. You can comment on the video and watch the video at the same time.
This,
Oh, that's the say. You can do that on a
this
regular
phone
phone.
looks so
No,
weird.
but now it is fold.
So, yeah, this looks really
it's just a flip phone with a bigger like screen. Like there's no point to it. It's
Wait,
just
it's not even bigger than a regular phone.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's smaller, honestly.
So it's the same experience as commenting on a video and watching it at
But
the same
you can
time
flip
as
it.
today, but it's more difficult.
Yeah, it's smaller.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's really because I mean, I have an iPhone. Obviously, I have a bit of a bias, and it's very easy for people to hate on Samsung, especially within the Apple community. But like, genuinely, it just seems so pointless and more of an inconvenience than a convenience.
Convenience store podcast. Yo.
Yes, this would be featured on the Inconvenience Store podcast.
Can we get a inconvenient store podcast? I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, pretty much that's true. It's true. It exists.
I disagree.
Well, I mean, you're the type to think that Lizzo makes music, so
Basic rundown of Lizzo. She's a music artist. And this is true. That's a basic rundown.
is Daniel like doing the same thing I did?
He might be.
Except he didn't type it in general. He didn't. He also didn't type it in Music Man. Whatever they people, the one person listening has no clue what's going on. So,
Yeah.
hello listener, how was your day? Comment below.
Comment below how your day.
How is your day? Comment below how your day. I can see you commenting right now, so do it. Type. This is
Me.
what? Yes.
You can hear
Hi.
me.
Yeah, get out your
Okay.
Z Flip
So what I was
and
trying to
comment
say,
on the bottom half
Hold on,
while
hold on.
viewing this on the top
Welcome.
half.
Daniel, welcome to the podcast.
okay, the Z Flip is just a regular Android phone, but it literally folds in half. So it's not like the other flip thingy.
Hold on, I'll be back. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, that's a really pointless phone.
Very pointless,
No, it's
inconvenience store podcast. I
Inconvenience.
have y'all talked about Pop Smoke when I was gone?
No, we
Alright.
were literally building you up an introduction that whole time, and you walk in clueless as to what we were speaking on. So
All right.
You should.
Okay. I feel bad.
You should.
Okay. Well, I just want to touch on Pop Smoke thingy because, like, it was like it's crazy because he was just getting started. I feel like, and I think he was 20. I never really listened to it. I'm not gonna act like I enjoyed his music very much, but I liked Gotti. And I mean, I didn't like it that much at first, but it grew on me.
Liked it, to be honest.
It grew on me. I'm gonna be honest. But it. I mean, you hate to see it. Like,
yeah,
it's we've lost like so many big.
It's sad.
Yeah, we've lost so many big like people in
new
the
artists.
new artists, people big new artists in the hip hop industry, like new artists. I don't know about any losses in the not hip hop industry, but there probably are some.
Yeah, and I mean also veterans too, like
Yeah.
Nipsey and Mac,
Yeah,
but that's not as recent.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if we talked about Juice on this podcast at all, but I mean, like he was a big part of my, listening experience to music.
Is
Uh, and then like it's been what 2 months or a little over 2 months, and then Pop Smoke, and I feel like we, as like the hip hop community as a whole, there's a lot of like negativity, and I don't want to be on my logic stuff being like love each other, but just that that dry type of like content where where you're just preaching positivity, and then I mean there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way it's presented. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking too long.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You talk the least out of all of us.
It's true. And then sometimes I just leave. But yeah, but yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, that's facts.
It is sad.
I agree. I feel like I am definitely not a Pop Smoke fan. You know, I'm not gonna pretend like I was one, but I don't have anything against him. I think it's sad for him to be gone so soon because it was like how do I put it? Like I don't really like his music, but I appreciate the direction he was taking things because he was really sort of bringing the like American drill with the UK drill kind of production style and stuff together, and I think that he could have bridged a pretty significant combination with all the sort of London scene and stuff over to New York, which would have been extremely interesting. I don't know how much enjoyment I would get from the music. Like, I don't know if it would really be my favorite just sonically, but that would definitely be really cool to me because that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he had a very significant legacy that was cut basically before it started.
Yeah. And I mean, there was rumors that it was a targeted hit on him, which is
I think it
just
was, right?
well, I haven't looked into it much, but I just saw the TMZ thing on Snapchat where it was like it might have been a targeted hit, which is
He leaked his address or something.
Yeah.
Which was the
Yeah.
I guess that's the only evidence, but
I mean, this goes without saying because murder is messed up in general, but like
yeah.
to just you see somebody leak their address and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna kill him. Like,
Well, it seems like
Yeah.
he probably lived in a low access neighborhood, so I feel like it's more likely that it was targeted than that it wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because people don't really go around to I don't know, maybe they do, but I feel like it's probably a little bit harder and a little bit more risky to rob and murder someone who lives in a mansion.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
It's
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think it's a very tragic loss just because he was a cool dude and he definitely had he had sort of his own place already kind of dug in from the start. Like, so many rappers, whether they're terrible, decent, or top tier, like, no matter what, it's pretty standard for a rapper to have to come in and, even once they're successful, have to still work to, get their own place where
yeah,
they're not like, oh yeah, this artist reminds me of this dude. It's like this artist is their own thing.
yeah,
And he, like, again, I feel like I'm giving him a lot of praise, and I really want to be straightforward in the fact that I was not a fan. I really never talked about him, and I don't really enjoy his music. But I think he definitely was ready to bring in his own era in hip hop just right off the bat,
Well, I
which
think
is pretty
this,
crazy.
yeah, I think the saddest part is for a lot of artists, the way they get famous nowadays, at least, especially in hip hop, it's like they're kind of popular in the area they're from, and then they kind of start to spread, and then something. I think, to be honest, it was probably at least a little bit of TikTok, and
yeah,
people from New York, oh, it's Pop Smoke, like, and then they get that huge boost where it kind of diffuses into the whole community, the whole hip hop community.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he was on that. I think he was either in the middle of or at the peak of being a big thing in the hip hop community, because I feel like he really had a lot of potential. Even if you didn't like his music, he had a lot of potential to be successful.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And he was successful, but then he just, I don't know. He
Yeah.
kinda,
He didn't. Okay, so he did. I think Travis did Travis Scott sign him, or was he just a feature on Jack Boys?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I knew
Uh,
they had a at least professional relationship. Like,
Bruh. Literally, just as we're speaking on this, I open up Instagram, and the first thing on my timeline, it says Pop Smoke and Bobby Shmurda have a song together.
yo,
that's unreleased.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I was gonna say something and I literally just forgot. Fuck. What was That's so irritating. That's
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah. I hate
I'm
that so
having an
much.
aneurysm right now, bro. We were talking about Pop Smoke. Okay. It's not even that good of a topic. I just
Mhm.
I wanted to remember it. But like one thing that makes me happy is I have not really seen any of the stupid like do the pop, like I've seen a few of them, and
Mhm.
I've seen like do the Pop Smoke memes, and then it's just like get dead. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
those memes are terrible.
yeah, but I haven't seen as many of those, and I think part of it is maybe I just follow less bad meme pages, which I think is true. But also that Twitter, like the first people to make a joke about it, just got doxxed right away,
Mhm.
Ooh.
and like that just was like the biggest meme right after his passing. So like,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's just I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that kind of curbed some of it.
he also wasn't like
Mhm.
he. I feel like I don't know. He wasn't as like when if you ask somebody before like a young person, most likely if you ask somebody who before Juice died, if they or X or Mac, or I mean I don't know about Lil Peep, but if you ask somebody who just a random person who they were, I feel like most people would know who they were. But if you ask somebody who Pop Smoke was, like there were a lot of people that I know that didn't know who he was, um,
Mhm.
or just were introduced to him like from Travis Scott. I mean, I was,
Yeah.
but
He was definitely like in the, I'd say, sort of like, I'd say he's in like the upper half, if you will, of like the come up
yeah,
development, whatever. But I'd say he was definitely still on the come up, but he was like getting successful.
yeah, and I feel like that's kind of part of the reason why I haven't seen as many do the Pop Smoke memes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because like
that's true.
people don't make those memes because they think they're funny. They think they make memes because they think it's gonna get them attention.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird. Like I would really love to just have this be a really strange, dark phase where we just lost these people that are like, I think almost all under 30,
Yeah,
just because of either an overdose or being shot or something. Because I mean, obviously, you know, it's not a new thing for rappers to be shot, like definitely not. And it's not new for someone who's shot to die. But it's just like, I don't know, we just hit a really weird rough patch. Like we've had such a high density in people that are young, either dying from an overdose or being murdered, that I don't think the rap game has ever seen before.
I think I don't know. I'm like I think it's just the fact that I mean, not to be like a corny, sound like a corny old white person, but like that most of the lifestyles that like rappers live early in their career,
Hmm.
at at least in the early stages,
Yeah.
are pretty destructive. Like,
Hmm.
you know, X was living destructive lifestyle and he was
Yeah.
trying to change that when he passed. Juice World, Lil Peep, uh, Mac Miller, that wasn't even, you know, early. That was really like,
Yeah.
just it does kind of promote an unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
That's
like
definitely true. Like
even like
P
and then
and Mac.
plus the internet. So it's like unhealthy lifestyle personally and like socially, because a lot of people just get uh uh overly invested in these internet personalities and get mad at them like for no reason, and then the internet with like clout, and
Hmm.
just do dumb stuff to get a little bit of virality, and then it's like, oh, if I you know do this to this person, I'm gonna have some clout, or like it's a celebrity, it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true that like rap has it's been an issue for a while. The behavior that is shown in like a lot of rap songs is kind of like I don't I don't again I don't like you I don't want to sound like a old white guy, but uh it's kind of romanticizing that uh
Yeah.
drugs like
Yeah,
especially
don't
but
do
also
drugs, man.
drugs are
Yeah.
bad.
I will
uh
say I feel like as long as you're just straightforward with it,
yeah,
not, on some like Russ kind of stuff, it's really not even corny. Like, that is one thing that is pretty just straight up. Like, the drug usage is definitely romanticized for just about any mainstream artist. Like, there are very prominent rappers, like, I mean, Danny Brown made Atrocity Exhibition, which is just like a whole album just going through his weird, sketchy, gross lifestyle. But Danny Brown isn't really like, he's not about to make a collab with Travis Scott and Sheck West and stuff. Like, they sort of, I feel like most of the rap that is sort of de-glorifying drugs is kind of in the end of either, like older artists or really experimental artists or abrasive sounding artists, at least. Like, I think that sort of movement hasn't really shifted to the, sort of really generic mainstream appeasing kind of stuff. Which, not to say, I don't want to come off like, oh, all experimental music is good and all mainstream is bad. But, like, I think it's pretty undebatable. Like, as much as I love Travis, he's got all the songs like Butterfly Effect and things like that. And then all these artists that are more sort of underground kind
Hmm.
of talk about how bad drugs can, like, how it can mess up your life and stuff.
yeah, I feel it's sad because I don't feel like people. No, it's how are you gonna change people on that, like that side of things? Like, how are you gonna tell people you cannot rap about how you enjoy the feeling of taking drugs in your songs? Like, you can't.
If you're
It
gonna do drugs, just smoke weed, man. Don't
yeah.
don't
That's facts.
don't
I feel like,
vape. Just smoke weed.
It's like we live in a society, you know.
It's like the least dangerous drug, and it's like the only popular drug that's not super like that's not chemically addictive,
Yeah.
or like I think immediately harmful.
oh, okay, sorry, I got a call really out of the blue.
Yeah.
But so,
There's yeah.
what were y'all saying? Well, I
I was just
pulled the
saying, if you're
Devin.
gonna if you're gonna if you're gonna do some goofy time consumption, just smoke a little weed. that's not as bad as anything else, really.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I feel
if you're drinking prescription grade cough syrup or doing Adderall or any of that stuff, you're gonna mess up your life. Even alcohol is worse than weed.
Yeah, that's facts.
and like I don't want to tell young children to smoke weed,
Yeah,
but like if you're put in a situation, or if you
well, you
are
can't really be put in a situation.
well,
It's
yeah,
a personal choice.
if you're determined to do a drug,
Yeah, definitely go to weed. Like, and yeah, I think if you're in a situation where you're being forced to do drugs, then you're
You should do
gonna have
whatever
to
drugs they're
either
forcing you
find
to do
some
because
way
that.
out of it or you're too far gone.
yeah,
But like if you're in a situation like personally where you're seeking out some sort of drug and like you can't have your mind changed, I feel like yeah, weed is just like the one kind of option because even like vaping and stuff, it's pretty evident that
Nicotine
that's
is
really
terrible
bad for
for
you.
you.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I think it's weird that I mean, it's not weird. It's because of racism almost entirely. But the least dangerous drug that's used popularly in our society was for a long time, like during the 1900s, the most criminalized and taboo. Like
yeah,
you used to be able to buy like heroin at the pharmacy. I mean, that was like a
Yeah,
long time ago,
yeah.
like probably early 20th century. But like weed has been super criminalized just because Mexicans are stereotyped as smoking it,
yeah,
and
that's facts.
it's
Black
used to
people, yeah,
lock up African Americans, and like it's literally so tame compared to alcohol.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's facts. Like that's sort of the dark side of it is like literally it's criminalized because of racism.
yeah,
And or
Yeah,
I and I mean even if
it takes like
even
5
if like I guess it sort of can be applied to Mexicans pretty specifically, which isn't race, but still prejudice. Like I guess xenophobia.
yeah,
yeah, like uh I don't smoke. I'm not like a stoner. I'm not in into weed culture. I think weed culture is stupid, but it doesn't take a lot to realize that uh, weed shouldn't be illegal,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
the war on drugs is stupid. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I don't really think the criminalization of drugs is effective, but I
Uh-huh.
can see how you could think ain't like super addictive. Like, obviously, there's reasoning behind wanting heroin to be illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no real reasoning behind wanting weed to be illegal.
Well, there's
Based
the
on
thing about
safety.
yeah, there's the thing about gateway drugs, but I'm not.
Weed isn't a gateway drug. It's
Yeah, I'm not.
inherently addictive. Alcohol is a gateway drug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caffeine is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
that's
Nicotine is a
crazy,
gateway
bro.
drug. And those alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine are all entirely legal, and they're
Yeah,
good
you
for you.
you were
Yeah.
you were talking about if you're gonna don't vape. Also, don't combine weed and vapes because like the it's not just well not just
Yeah,
the
don't vape weed. That's really dangerous.
in
Yeah.
theory it's not good, but also in practice it's even worse because of because of the way like there's some sketchy stuff going on.
Well, also,
Yeah.
anytime you're buying a drug that is illegal, it is gonna be extremely sketchy because I
Yeah,
mean, weed is probably the safest because it's the most. I don't know, like I feel like you're more likely to get fentanyl or something
Yeah.
dangerous in a perk than a blunt. I don't think
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And
yo,
weed carts, the whole like bootleg weed carts killing
Hmm.
people. So again, don't do drugs. I mean, actually, I'm not gonna say that. If you're under the age of like 18, don't do drugs at all. It's not good for you. You got things to focus on, man. But if you're over if you're either, like, you know what, frick society, I'm doing drugs, or you're over the age of 18, just smoke weed, man.
The way you
Vibes.
said that sounded like a stoner, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I can't dictate anyone's life, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yo,
if
who's
dudes get
who's
drunk,
chewing tinfoil?
I'm getting out a Jolly Rancher right now. It's about to smack.
I swear, I heard tinfoil.
people get drunk and they beat their wife. People don't get high on weed, and
Well, here's something interesting. It's that like actual hemp, like the plant, there you can make oil out of it.
no,
And
hemp
it's
is a
like
really
the
useful plant. It's super versatile.
yeah. But you can make oil out of it like in the way like oil you could use for a car. And
Yo,
the thing is that oil is extremely like oil fossil fuels are extremely profitable, but
we even got
it's
the car
expensive to
smoking
actually get to it, and it's not everywhere. Where marijuana is a weed. Like you can grow it anywhere and it'll spread and spread and spread and spread and spread. So there's like things, I guess the oil industry, since it has such an insane political influence in America, they want to keep weed illegal too, so then no one will have, like weed oil that you could use to power a car. Because think about, it's literally coming from a weed, so they can sell it for dirt cheap and make a profit, and then you can power your car just as well. So that'll destroy the oil industry.
Let's get the car smoking gas.
I kind of want to destroy the oil industry.
Yeah, that's facts.
But like, yeah, hemp is just such a goated plant, man. You can make clothes, you can make ropes, you can
Top 10 plant.
something you can put the seeds in. The seeds are nutritious, I think.
Yeah,
You
that
can make
that's facts.
oil,
If there was
and you
a
can get
top
high
10
off
list
of it.
of plants, hemp definitely makes it.
It's kind of It's just it's my go. It's my favorite plant, to be honest. I don't think
It's
I've
your
ever
go-to
interacted
plant.
with it. I don't think I've ever interacted with hemp, but if I had to choose one plant to use, that'd be the one.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
You could probably eat it.
It might not taste good, but you could.
If you can smoke it, you could probably eat it.
And also the CBD oils and stuff.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. You could probably eat anything.
No. You could, but you would die.
Yeah.
One
but
of
you
my
could still eat
favorite
it.
fun facts that is non-applicable in any sort of useful way at all, but it's just fun to think about. 1 gram of uranium is 20 billion calories. So, like, if you ingested a gram of uranium, I mean, obviously you're gonna die, but like in terms of caloric intake,
Well, you
that's just
couldn't
like
digest it though, so
ascending.
you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get the
Can we? Are gods created by ingesting what I can't remember the name of it? Uranium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what's real. You ingest a gram of uranium and you wake up in a chair and there's 2 scientists standing over you and they tell you you made it out of the matrix.
Yo. Can we
Have you
order
seen
some
that-
uranium
you
on
say
the
that
dark
you
web?
wouldn't get any caloric value out of uranium because it's a rock.
Well, I mean, it's gonna kill you. I was not very serious about getting 20 billion calories and just like, oh yeah, I just ingested some uranium. But it's just fun to think about. Like, that is the ultimate forbidden snack. 20 billion calories per gram.
I feel like snack. Eat uranium.
Exactly.
Hey, bro.
The forbidden snack.
All right. Well, we've been going for like hour and 15. You want to wrap?
Just.
Sure.
I mean, I could go for a burrito
Yeah,
right now,
and
honestly.
I mean, I could totally
up,
continue talking too, but like, I'm definitely down to send it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to hop off soon to do some do some eating. I know
Alright.
you said doing
So
Get
something.
some uranium in.
wait, Daniel, you serious about that rap?
Shut up, Devin. All right.
I
Well,
just,
this has been episode 6 of the convenience store podcast.
okay, bye. Thanks for
I'm
listening.
glad
This has
you
been
joined.
the Convenience Store Podcast. This is episode 6 of the Convenience Store Podcast.
Main takeaways from today.
This is the Convenience Store
It's
Podcast.
very
Uranium.
sad
This
that
is
Pop Smoke
Convenience Store.
died.
Your
We don't know
Convenience
what
Store
is going on with
Podcast.
that kid, adult dude. Marijuana is less bad than alcohol, and if you could somehow ingest uranium, that would be the ultimate snack. 20 billion calories per gram. Just throwing that out there.
One more thing before we go. This is a Convenience Store Podcast. Just thought I'd let you know. Bye.
I disagree.